In a world where we often wear masks to hide our true selves, how much of your reality are you willing to confront? Blind to reality, how ignoring truth sabotages your success, unveils the veils draping our perceptions, and offers a transformative journey through the labyrinth of mental health. This book serves as a crucial guide for those yearning to break free from the chains of denial and step into a life of clarity and purpose. Delve deep into the shadows with us, where understanding the truths we often ignore can illuminate the path to personal and professional fulfillment. Blind to reality, how ignoring truth sabotages your success, written and published by Mindset Liberation. Chapter 1. Confronting Uncomfortable Truths. The moment you choose to deny your reality is the moment you empower your fears. We've all encountered the whispers of self-doubt nudging at our subconscious, yet very few of us dare to confront the shadows they cast. The truth is often unsettling. It requires a courageous heart to face the aspects of ourselves that we find undesirable. The origin of this mental health crisis stretches far deeper than mere feelings of sadness or anxiety. It is rooted in the discomfort we feel when our realities don't align with our aspirations. When we choose ignorance over awareness, we become trapped in a cycle of avoidance, sidelining our chance for genuine growth and fulfillment. Recent studies indicate that nearly 1 in 5 adults experience mental health issues, such as anxiety, depression, and PTSD, in a given year, raising alarms amidst a societal landscape that often shuns open conversations about mental well-being. The reluctance to discuss these struggles in our everyday lives allows the stigma to fester just beneath the surface. Consider Sarah, a bright college student who seems to lead an enviable life. She earns high marks, has a supportive group of friends, and participates in various extracurricular activities. Yet beneath her radiant exterior, Sarah grapples with crippling anxiety that paralyzes her creativity and clouds her friendships. She fears opening up, convinced that doing so would reveal an ugly truth, one that dulls the display of a perfect life. At the heart of the matter lies the heart of denial, where many hide uncomfortable realities that can be challenging to acknowledge. An alarming number of individuals suffer in silence, shackled by insecurities, traumas, and misunderstandings of what it means to be human. Mental health is woven into the fabric of our existence, but is often relegated to whispers and whispers alone. Many have been conditioned to mask vulnerability with the veil of positivity. The irony of this culture of constant cheerfulness is not lost. While we aspire to spread joy, we simultaneously condone the erasure of our true feelings. The consequence is palpable. The sweeter the facade, the greater the ensuing internal struggle. Therapists, psychologists, and life coaches alike emphasize the necessity of confronting these uncomfortable truths as a pivotal part of emotional healing. Dr. Lisa Green, a clinical psychologist, notes that wrestling with challenging truths about ourselves not only enhances self-awareness, but also equips us with the tools necessary to forge genuine connections and advance our ambitions. It's through intentional examination of our inner dialogues, however distressing they may be, that we begin to unearth the hidden patterns keeping us entangled. Each uncomfortable realization becomes a stepping stone towards clarity and self-empowerment. When individuals muster the courage to meet their suppressed emotions head-on, they establish a pathway through which healing occurs. Starting this journey may feel like standing on the precipice of a daunting cliff, but those who leap often find new terrains of hope unfolding beneath them. The awareness that arises through such introspection can ignite radical transformation, leading us to reclaim power over aspects of our lives that once felt hopeless. As we advance through the chapters of this book, remember that in confronting the uncomfortable, we unearth the profound possibilities of a life lived authentically. Namely, we allow ourselves to emerge from the shadows of denial, embracing the fullness of who we are. Denial does not merely cloister truths. It can wreak havoc on our emotional landscape, shaping our decision-making processes, relationships, and self-esteem in ways we might not even realize. When we ignore unsettling truths, our emotions become entangled in a web of confusion and unpredictability. Imagine a man named Tom, who has spent years deliberately distancing himself from his own insecurities surrounding his job performance. Instead of confronting these feelings, he opts for denial, convincing himself that everything is fine. Yet as weeks pass, Tom becomes increasingly irritable and disengaged, convinced that external circumstances are the root cause of his dissatisfaction. This emotional misalignment not only affects his work, but also spills over into his home life, leading to heightened tension in his relationships. Psychological research illustrates that when individuals avoid confronting their issues, decision-making becomes clouded with uncertainty. A study published in the Journal of Behavioral Decision-Making shows that people struggling with mental health issues often exhibit impaired judgment when faced with important choices. Collectively, their experiences foster a sense of paralysis, causing them to default to the known rather than courageous risk-taking that could lead to growth and fulfillment. The inability to face these truths creates a cycle of avoidance, wherein self-doubt dictates life choices. Tom might miss out on a promotion simply because he believed himself incapable, a failure rooted in his unwillingness to assess his skills and confront lingering fears. Moreover, unresolved issues erode the foundation of relationships. The fear of revealing one's vulnerabilities can prevent honest communication with partners, friends, and family. Take Rachel, for instance, who constantly projects a picture-perfect family life on her social media, pretending not to notice the cracks in her marriage. Yet every time she refuses to share her true feelings about the emotional distance she feels with her husband, she slices away at the potential for intimacy. Rachel's too familiar dance with denial leads to loneliness, conviction that no one would understand her struggles, and ultimately resentment towards her partner. As emotional walls form, relationships suffer from what psychologists refer to as emotional misattunement, where individuals are so lost in their own worlds that they stop tuning into the needs of those around them. The journey through denial often violates our self-esteem too. When faced with reassuring platitudes that encourage ignoring challenges instead of acknowledging them, many people fall prey to the alluring trap of avoidance. This phenomenon is known as the illusion of happiness, which promotes the fallacy that if one smiles wider, all issues disappear. Research indicates that denial can distort personal perceptions. The more individuals ignore their problems, the stronger the narrative that they are incapable of managing their lives. Tom continues to deny his workplace difficulties, reinforcing a negative identity that perceives him as less competent, while Rachel, in hiding her marital discontent, unconsciously convinces herself that she is undeserving of authentic love and partnership. The urgency to learn and confront uncomfortable truths cannot be overstated. While denial may provide a false sense of safety, it ultimately imprisons the individual, stunting both personal growth and relational evolution. Awakening from this dangerous slumber demands inner courage. The subsequent sections will zero in on the hidden warning signs that often go unnoticed, indicators that may expose the very truths we've tried to evade. Here, we will catalyze an exploration of the more subtle manifestations of denial and enable readers to confront their realities, ensuring a transformative journey towards lasting clarity and authentic living. In acknowledging the manifestations of mental health issues, we pave the way for recognition and ultimately healing. These manifestations often disguise themselves in everyday behaviors, thoughts, and emotional responses. Individuals frequently illustrate signs of distress without even realizing it. Consider the case of Mark, a mid-level manager who cripples himself with self-doubt every time performance reviews approach. Initially, he brushes off his anxieties as mere stretched nerves, but as his stomach churns before evaluations, the impact escalates. Sleepless nights plagued by racing thoughts of inadequacy morph into chronic fatigue. Each day, Mark ventures to work with a facade of competence, while internally he struggles, oscillating between bursts of productivity and paralysis, caused by overwhelming fear of judgment. By internalizing this cycle, he unwittingly mirrors a common thread in others' lives who grapple with self-worth and identity issues. Another indication often overlooked is emotional dysregulation, which manifests as irritability or unexplained outbursts. Lucy, a stay-at-home mom of 3, often feels compelled to ensure her family's unyielding happiness. Ironically, her relentless pursuit of perfection breeds an emotional tornado. Small incidents, a child's spilled drink or a misplaced shoe, can trigger a disproportionate response, shattering her composure in front of loved ones. The pattern developed from constantly burying frustrations and the desire to exhibit unwavering strength leads Lucy to confusion about her emotions. This internal conflict not only strains her relationships with her children and spouse, but can leave her feeling isolated in her struggles. These vivid scenarios illustrate patterns that many may identify with, highlighting the commonality in perceived imperfections within personal lives. Recognizing these signs is the quintessential first step toward healing. It opens the vault of denial and allows for an honest assessment of one's internal landscape. Just as Mark learned the art of introspection, discerning where his thoughts spiral into negative terrain served as his awakening. He began journaling about these feelings rather than dismissing them, gradually embracing the uncomfortable and finding validity in his experiences. For Lucy, mindfulness techniques fostered a newfound awareness of her triggers, creating a sanctuary of genuine connection amid chaos. These revelations act like breadcrumbs leading invisible paths toward healing. The courageous act of acknowledging emotional pain creates a fertile ground for constructive dialogue in both individual and familial contexts and fills the void created by fear and confusion. The road to recovery is neither straightforward nor devoid of discomfort, yet taking recognition seriously holds transformative potential. As we traverse further into understanding mental health, we'll uncover actionable strategies that dismantle these ominous truths. The forthcoming chapter, Escaping the Illusion of Comfort, invites you to explore how comfort zones, while initially soothing, can ultimately suffocate personal growth when left unexamined. As we prepare to delve deeper into the nuances of overcoming denial, remember that understanding leans heavily on connection, both to ourselves and to others who share the human experience. Engage with your journey, and don't hesitate to subscribe to Mindset Liberation. Please like this video and share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments. Your voice matters in this community. Understanding mental health marks the first stride toward healing, setting us up for empowerment and action in the next segment. Chapter 2. Escaping the Illusion of Comfort. In every corner of our lives, the allure of comfort lures us into complacency, whispering sweet nothings that delay our growth and stifle our potential. Yet the path to meaningful change lies not in retreating to familiar landscapes, but in boldly stepping out of our cozy zones. Escaping the illusion of comfort is about awakening from the slumber of contentment to seize the reins of our thoughts and actions. This journey might feel daunting, but understanding how deeply comfort impacts our perceptions can transform it into a powerful catalyst for personal development. The origins of comfort zones and their omnipresent grip on our lives are not difficult to trace. Defined by psychologist Judith Wright as mental safe havens where we shroud ourselves from discomfort, these zones often form in childhood and solidify over time as protective barriers. More than just a psychological construct, research shows that individuals frequently lean on these self-imposed confines as expedient shields against fear, rejection, and failure. According to a survey conducted by the American Psychological Association, 78% of adults acknowledge that they resist new challenges to stay within their comfort zones, a pervasive trend that reveals how often individuals prioritize short-term happiness over long-term fulfillment. Consider the life of Maria, a talented artist on the verge of a breakthrough. For years, she resisted reaching out to galleries, convinced that her art was not worthy. Instead, she found comfort in painting at home, cherishing the praise of family and friends, but lacking the courage to present her work publicly. The accolades, the cocoon of validation, were enough to soothe her fears temporarily, masking the deeper discomfort of unrealized potential. Maria's story resonates with anyone trapped in a stagnant routine, hiding talents or passions while masquerading behind a smile. The journey beyond these self-imposed boundaries takes profound courage, but also promises tremendous possibility. Experts affirm that challenges, though uncomfortable, hold the keys to personal growth and empowerment. Psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on growth mindset, explains that intelligence and talent can be cultivated by thinking beyond our immediate experiences. This perspective encourages individuals to embrace challenges, learn from setbacks, and celebrate progress, even if it means stepping into the unknown. Thus, escaping the illusion of comfort is not merely a cliché, but a philosophy rooted in research that illustrates the dynamics behind choice and change. The warmth of familiarity tempts us to stay put, but every time we nudge against those borders of comfort, we create space for new skills and insights that can transform the trajectory of our lives. For some, this may mean taking a different route to work, joining a public speaking group, or even changing careers altogether. Each endeavor to leap beyond comfort zones allows us to realize our strength and resilience. As Maria eventually defined a path for her artwork and shared it with the world, she experienced personal and professional growth that stirred her imagination and passion. By recognizing that the comforts we cling to may be illusions, we arm ourselves with the understanding necessary to evict complacency and usher in fulfillment. As this chapter progresses, we will explore practical strategies and actionable steps to facilitate this critical transition. Awakening your potential begins with a simple, yet profound comprehension of what lies beyond your comfort zone. And this realization is both exhilarating and empowering. Prepare to grasp how stretching your boundaries can elevate your life dynamics while fostering personal growth, eventually empowering you to pursue your dreams with renewed vigor. The process of stepping beyond one's comfort zone is not only liberating, but also rooted in solid psychological principles that promote transformation. At its core, embracing discomfort challenges our mental paradigms and propels us toward growth by requiring us to confront fears that would otherwise remain comfortably under the surface. One key aspect of this approach is the principle of neuroplasticity, which suggests that the brain can adapt and reorganize itself in response to new experiences, thoughts, and environments. This means that by taking incremental steps outside our comfort zones, we forge new neural pathways, reinforcing healthier, more empowering patterns of thought that can substitute erstwhile limiting beliefs. A compelling illustration of this principle can be seen in the transformative journey of Alex, a former software engineer who felt suffocated by routine and workplace monotony. Plagued by a lack of enthusiasm, he often wondered if his life's trajectory would simply dwindle into mediocrity. After a chance encounter with a friend who introduced him to the world of improv comedy, Alex decided to step outside his comfort zone, a decision that drastically altered his perspective. The sheer vulnerability of performing without a script unleashed a flood of creativity, built his confidence, and instilled an understanding that laughter could shatter fear. By confronting his discomfort head-on, Alex soon discovered the camaraderie and spontaneity he craved, which even translated into his work life. His newfound confidence allowed him to advocate for innovative projects at work, broadening his horizons both personally and professionally. Psychological studies reinforce Alex's journey, functionality bridging discomfort with personal growth. Research published in Frontiers in Psychology illustrates that those who actively engage in discomfort through new experiences, challenges, and risks demonstrate increased emotional resilience and psychological well-being. It reveals that when we engage in activities that frighten us, our emotional response readjusts over time. What once seemed threatening becomes seamlessly integrated into our lives, leading to not merely survival, but flourishing. Recognizing that most significant growth happens outside our safety nets empowers individuals to take bolder steps in life, knowing that discomfort often precedes fulfillment. How often do we withdraw from opportunities simply because they beckon feelings of vulnerability? A study conducted at Stanford University highlighted a strong correlation between leaning into difficult conversations or experiences and improved mental well-being. Those who embraced conflict resolution or negotiation training noted a boost in self-efficacy and remarked upon the sanctified shift in mindset that emerged from experiencing discomfort. It also became evident to Alex that moving past his initial fears enriched his life, exposing layers of authenticity he had sustained for years. Often, we view our comfort zones as protective barriers. However, these perceived shields can also transform into painful prisons. By integrating discomfort and recognizing its role in personal evolution, we invite growth into our lives. The link between courage and adaptability morphs into a powerful affirmation of trust in one's capabilities. As our journey through the pages of this chapter continues, readers will start exploring practical methods to harness this newfound understanding of discomfort. Immediate actions await you. Strategies grounded in psychological theory and real life, ready to dismantle the facades of fear and allow a wave of transformative power to ignite in your pursuit of authenticity. Embracing discomfort leads the way to unfurling potential that remains dormant. Welcome this transition as the next landmark in your path to flourishing. As we journey further into the transformative power of escaping comfort zones, it's time to translate insights into actionable steps. The most effective way to dismantle barriers is through practical exercises and techniques that catalyze immediate change. Let's begin with a simple yet profound realization. Taking small, deliberate strides can yield significant outcomes in the pursuit of self-empowerment and fulfillment. To kickstart this process, begin by identifying an area in your life where you feel anchored by comfort, a situation or routine that feels familiar but stifles growth. Once you've pinpointed this realm, set a personal challenge that stretches your boundaries. This might mean engaging in a conversation you've long avoided, trying a new activity that sparks curiosity but has left you feeling apprehensive, or even dedicating time to learn a skill unrelated to your current career path. Embrace the notion that change is inherently uncomfortable, but just as rewarding. Next, practice the 5-minute rule as a powerful technique to initiate change. Commit to engaging in an unfamiliar task for just 5 minutes. This structured approach reduces the overwhelming dread associated with discomfort. For instance, if public speaking terrifies you, devote 5 minutes to speaking aloud about a topic of interest in front of a mirror. As you accumulate small, manageable wins, your growing database of experiences will begin to shatter perceptions of inadequacy and fear. Reflect on your progress through journaling after each intimate encounter with discomfort. Document not only what you attempted, but also your emotional response and thoughts surrounding the experience. This practice facilitates self-reflection and helps to solidify the newly acquired belief that discomfort can lead to significant personal achievements. Pay attention to the feelings of accomplishment that inevitably follow each effort, regardless of the outcome. Celebrate them as small milestones on your journey, reinforcing the value of stepping outside your usual patterns. Additionally, connect with a support system as you navigate this process. Engaging with friends, joining a group, or even discussing your challenges with an accountability partner can amplify your journey. Communities often ease the anxiety associated with confronting fears and can provide encouragement in embracing discomfort collectively. When Alex leaned into the improv group, he didn't simply step out alone. The shared laughter, the camaraderie, and the collective experience fortified him, creating a rich, motivating environment for growth. As these steps soon become practices within your routine, remind yourself that each moment you confront the unknown offers the potential for greater fulfillment. The transformation inherent within discomfort often leads to unexpected pathways of joy, capability, and authenticity. As we proceed to the next chapter, look forward to exploring the significance of aligning your vision with reality, gaining clarity on your aspirations, and confronting any misalignments with your lived experiences will embolden your journey even further. Together, we will map the intricate terrain of ambition, allowing your dreams to synthesize with the practical actions necessary for achievement. Before we jump into that next exciting segment, I encourage you to keep engaging with this journey. Subscribe to Mindset Liberation. Hit that like button if you're finding value in these insights, and feel free to comment on your thoughts or experiences related to stepping outside your comfort zone. Every voice adds richness to this community, fostering shared growth. As you take these steps, remember, embracing discomfort is not merely a challenge, it's an invitation to thrive. Chapter 3: Reclaiming Power Through Awareness. Awareness is the beacon that cuts through the fog of self-doubt and emotional overwhelm. Without it, we are adrift, swept along by currents of external expectations and internal fears. Reclaiming your power requires first acknowledging the reality within you, and from that awareness, you can instigate transformation. It is a deeply personal journey that allows you to recognize the thoughts and patterns that shape your life, ultimately enabling you to take control of your mindset and emotions. The concept of awareness isn't entirely new. It has roots in philosophy and mindfulness practices predating modern psychology. Researchers have long emphasized that awareness acts as the cornerstone to emotional intelligence. According to recent studies from the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, individuals who actively practice self-awareness exhibit heightened emotional literacy, which strongly correlates to improved life satisfaction and healthier relationships. When we tune into our thoughts and feelings, we can better understand the motivations behind our actions, paving the way for more conscious life choices. To illustrate, consider the story of Emma, a young professional who seemed on the path to success but often felt profoundly unfulfilled. Though admired for her dedication and work ethic, Emma frequently battled with anxiety and indecision, unsure of what she truly desired. It wasn't until she attended a workshop focusing on emotional awareness that she learned to examine the underlying beliefs driving her life choices. Recognizing how her fear of failure dictated her actions allowed Emma to confront the illusion of perfection she felt compelled to uphold. Cultivating awareness empowers individuals like Emma to understand how their thoughts shape behaviors. The research indicates that consciousness of one's internal dialogue can spark insights, allowing us to reevaluate conflicting emotions that often surface unnoticed. The act of noticing triggers a choice that millions overlook daily: the choice to respond versus react. By understanding our emotional triggers, annoyance when certain comments are made, apprehension in social situations, or disappointment over unmet expectations, we can begin to dismantle the cycles that have kept us bound to anxiety and despair. Transformative awareness cultivates strengths rather than weaknesses. Not only does it pave the way for a deeper understanding, but it reinforces that our emotions, no matter how uncomfortable, are valid and worthy of exploration. Practitioners such as Brené Brown have eloquently described this journey toward vulnerability as essential in reclaiming one's power. Through her extensive research into shame and vulnerability, she underscores how embracing these emotions can lead to personal empowerment and authentic living. As we delve deeper into this chapter, the urgency of cultivating awareness becomes evident. Understanding yourself, not merely as you are seen by the world, but as you genuinely are, creates a profound shift in perception and action. Every insight you gain raises the stakes of your personal evolution, fortifying your ability to step into your authenticity with confidence. The essence of reclaiming power lies in the dual awareness of both thought processes and emotional responses. Equipped with the acknowledgement that shifts begin within, you prepare to take decisive actions in your life. As we progress further, this chapter will guide you to develop practical techniques that will solidify and amplify your awareness journey. Engaging with your emotional landscape fosters growth, and together we will uncover how intentional awareness can transcend beyond insight, giving you the keys to navigate your mind and reclaim your power with resilience. Now, brace yourself for further exploration in our next chapter, where we delve into the importance of choosing long-term satisfaction over fleeting, easier wins. Unlocking longevity in your pursuits will serve as a pivotal step in your ongoing journey toward authentic success. Remember to subscribe to Mindset Liberation and share your experiences or thoughts in the comments. You are not alone in this quest for empowerment, and every voice enriches our shared journey. Embracing self-awareness as a powerful method to reclaim our emotional landscape provides not only an avenue for transformation, but also the foundation for long-lasting change. Understanding this concept is more than an intellectual exercise. It provokes genuine shifts within us that can reverberate throughout our lives. Self-awareness acts as a compass, guiding decisions, fostering resilience, and shaping how we interact with the world. The moment we shine a light on our thoughts and emotions, they lose power, liberating us from their often oppressive grip. Research underscores the effectiveness of self-awareness in promoting mental well-being and behavioral change. A study published in the journal Personality and Social Psychology Review found that self-awareness correlates positively with life satisfaction, allowing individuals to better align their actions with their core values and aspirations. Charging ourselves with such insights, paves the path for independent thought and action, reducing dependence on external validation and fostering the confidence to make choices that genuinely reflect who we are. Consider Noah, a supervisor who once found himself engulfed in frustration due to a toxic workplace environment. Although he was hardworking and committed, Noah was frequently at odds with colleagues and struggled to meet deadlines. It wasn't until he sought coaching centered on self-awareness that he began to uncover the root of his difficulties. Noah realized that he often dismissed the perspectives of his team, a behavior stemming from his own fear of inadequacy. As he developed an awareness of this defensive mechanism, Noah transformed the way he interacted with his peers. Instead of shutting down differing opinions, he started engaging in open dialogues, which led to increased collaboration and productivity. The change in his behavior ignited a ripple effect that fostered a more supportive work culture. The psychological benefits of building awareness also manifest significantly in emotional regulation. Dr. Mark Brackett, an expert in emotional intelligence, emphasizes that awareness allows individuals to understand and label their emotions accurately. His research indicates that accurate emotional labeling leads to more effective responses to stressors. As Noah learned to recognize rising frustration or anxiety within himself, he developed tools to manage those feelings through mindfulness practices and thoughtful communication, rather than allowing his emotions to dictate his reactions. This profound transformation demonstrates precisely why cultivating awareness is a crucial step in personal development and healing. Recognizing habitual patterns prompts individuals to examine the motives behind their actions and consider alternate strategies instead of permitting destructive cycles to continue. Self-awareness does not merely illuminate, it transforms. It can shift lives in meaningful ways, leading to enhanced relationships, clarity of goals, and overall emotional health. However, embodying this awareness does come with challenges. Initial insights can feel uncomfortable, unearthing unflattering truths about our behaviors and thought patterns. Yet, confronting these truths invites growth and creates a remarkable sense of freedom. Urgency exists not only in recognizing internal dialogues, but in actively engaging with them. As we learn to speak kindly to ourselves and navigate through discomfort, we create a stable foundation to engage with our emotions positively and constructively. As we venture towards the next steps in your transformational journey, be prepared to embrace methodologies that intertwine our newfound awareness with actionable practices aimed at fostering a reality aligned with authentic objectives. Together, we will chart the course toward understanding how our visions can synchronize with our lived experiences, setting the stage for sustainable progress. Before we journey forward, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences of self-awareness and what patterns you've uncovered. Share your insights in the comments and continue engaging with this shared community. Every step you take enriches our collective horizon. Remember, the power of transformation resides within you, waiting to unfold. Now that we've established the immense value of self-awareness in reclaiming your power, it's time to translate that understanding into actionable steps you can implement in your daily life. Building a practice of self-awareness doesn't require monumental changes overnight. Instead, by taking gradual steps, you can nurture a deeper understanding of yourself. The key is consistency and a willingness to engage genuinely with your thoughts and emotions. Begin your journey by developing a daily reflective practice. Each morning or evening, set aside 5 to 10 minutes for quiet reflection. This could be through journaling or sitting in a calm space with your thoughts. Start with prompts like, "What emotions am I experiencing today?" or "What thoughts have lingered in my mind lately, and why?" Writing these reflections allows you to capture your transient feelings and forces you to explore deeper meanings behind them. Over time, you'll notice patterns in your thoughts. This process cultivates awareness, illuminating the intricacies of your emotional landscape. Next, try the feelings wheel technique. This simple but effective tool helps you identify your emotions more precisely and assess their nuances. Print out a feelings wheel or draw one on paper and keep it somewhere accessible. Whenever you sense a strong emotion, be it happiness, sadness, anxiety, or frustration, take a moment to consult the wheel and pinpoint your feelings more accurately. For instance, if you feel anxious, determine whether it stems from insecurity, worry, or fear of judgment. This exercise encourages you to engage with your emotions actively, rather than suppressing them, fostering a deeper understanding over time. Another practical approach involves mindful breathing. When you experience overwhelming emotions, pause and practice focused breathing for a few moments. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand. Hold that breath for a few seconds and exhale slowly through your mouth. This simple act of mindfulness calms the nervous system and clears mental clutter, allowing you to assess your emotional reactions more openly. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you become better equipped to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges rather than reacting impulsively. As you embark on this awareness journey, celebrate each small victory you achieve. Perhaps today you recognized a common negative thought pattern. Acknowledge that achievement. Remind yourself that understanding your emotions is a gradual process, and it's okay to have ups and downs along the way. Each insight fuels your growth and resilience, and with practice, these moments will build momentum, unveiling a more authentic version of yourself. In our next chapter, we will explore the critical alignment that is necessary between your personal vision and your realities. It's one thing to be aware of your emotions and choices, but the magic happens when you bridge your inner self with your outer aspirations. Together, we'll dig into actionable strategies to ensure your long-term goals resonate authentically with who you are, forging a pathway toward success that reflects your true self, not just a replicated ideal. Before we dive deeper into this alignment, I warmly encourage you to share your thoughts or reflections from this chapter in the comments below. Your experiences can inspire others embarking on similar paths. Don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Liberation, and if you found this content enriching, give it a thumbs up. Remember, your journey of self-discovery and empowerment is invaluable, not just for you, but also for the community engaged in this exploration. Chapter 4. Choosing long-term over easy wins. In a world buzzing with instant gratification, the ability to choose long-term wins is an invaluable skill that can reshape your success trajectory. Embracing the mindset that prioritizes sustained fulfillment over fleeting rewards requires both courage and commitment. The journey may be fraught with challenges, but the truth is empowering. Real, lasting success is a mosaic of small, intentional choices that culminate in profound transformation. It's about recognizing the power within you to resist the intoxicating pull of immediate satisfaction in favor of a more meaningful and authentic path. The roots of this mindset stretch deep within theories of behavioral psychology. Research conducted by the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, pioneered by Walter Mischel, illustrated that individuals who can delay gratification exhibit greater success in various life domains, including academic achievements and emotional health. More strikingly, findings from subsequent studies have indicated that the ability to postpone immediate rewards correlates with better physical health as well. The study serves as a stark reminder that while temporary pleasures can feel gratifying, they often come at the cost of enduring rewards. Consider the story of James, a software developer whose journey embodies the spirit of choosing long-term success. Fresh out of college, James was eager to climb the corporate ladder and secure a steady paycheck. When an enticing yet low-effort project came his way, he seized the chance to enhance his bonus. Though this easier path filled his pockets momentarily, it ultimately led him into repetitive tasks devoid of challenge, diminishing both his skills and passion. Over time, James found himself burnt out and craving more substantive opportunities, yet burdened by habits formed around that initial choice for easy wins. Determined to redirect his life, he started investing his spare time learning coding languages that seemed daunting at first. Instead of surrendering to the allure of quick cash and simple work, he focused on long-term projects that demanded rigorous mental engagement. The process was challenging, filled with late nights and complicated theories, but these efforts began to yield tangible results. A year later, James became proficient in an emerging technology framework and was able to land a role that offered not just a paycheck, but also the long-awaited fulfillment. His story exemplifies how the discipline to forego immediate gratification can propel you toward a landscape defined by meaningful achievements. Statistics reinforce that choosing long-term over easy options is more than a smart choice. It is a compelling necessity in achieving happiness and satisfaction. According to a survey from the Pew Research Center, 63% of respondents reported that pursuing long-term goals directly increased their sense of purpose and motivation in life. The inclination to embrace substantial rather than superficial objectives correlates strongly with well-being and lasting joy. As we continue exploring the importance of making intentional choices, this chapter serves as a gentle nudge to respect and honor what it means to strive for lasting outcomes. The capacity to resist alluring shortcuts is intertwined with self-discipline and clarity of purpose, attributes that are well within your reach. By recognizing your intrinsic motivation and aligning your actions with longer-term aspirations, you unlock the potential within. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the actionable strategies that can help you shift your perspective toward commitments that bring only short-term satisfaction, laying the groundwork for an empowered, purpose-driven future. Your ability to transform desired outcomes depends not just on understanding this principle, but on living it vibrantly. Take this moment to reflect on the paths you've chosen. They are the building blocks of your narrative. Embrace this journey toward meaningful success, and remember that every small decision today shapes the tapestry of tomorrow's victories. Choosing long-term outcomes over easy wins is not simply a concept. It is a powerful strategy backed by psychological research and real-life experiences that forge resilient paths toward success. The effectiveness of this approach lies in its alignment with our intrinsic motivations and desire for fulfillment. When we intentionally prioritize long-term gains, we develop a deeper understanding of our aspirations and a greater commitment to the actions that lead toward those dreams. One of the foremost reasons this method is effective is grounded in the principle of delayed gratification, which plays a critical role in self-control and achievement. As evidenced in studies surrounding self-discipline, individuals who can embrace the discomfort of waiting for rewards tend to achieve higher levels of overall satisfaction and success. According to a study conducted by researchers Angela Duckworth and Patrick Quinn, self-discipline was found to be a key predictor of success among schoolchildren, overshadowing even intelligence. This reinforces the notion that the ability to eschew instant gratification can be pivotal to achieving meaningful long-term goals when faced with life's challenges. Take the transformation story of Rachel, an aspiring author. Like many, Rachel faced a choice upon completing her undergraduate degree. She could pursue a stable job with immediate financial rewards, or dedicate herself to the arduous yet fulfilling journey of writing her first novel. The allure of a steady paycheck was formidable, as she watched peers eagerly accept conventional job offers. Nevertheless, Rachel envisioned a future where her cherished stories would resonate with readers. Resolute in her decision, she chose hardship over comfort, spending long evenings honing her craft. At times, doubt sabotaged her confidence, but Rachel remained committed to her dream, settling for small, incremental victories instead of the assurance of a traditional career. Her road was not devoid of disappointment. Many of her early drafts faced rejection from publishers, while others encouraged her to consider more marketable genres. However, Rachel's disciplined dedication to improving her writing and cultivating her unique voice ultimately led to a breakthrough with a publishing house that believed in her vision. Months turned into years, yet her annual milestones became markers of her progress, reinforcing a cycle of promise rooted in intentional effort. In her case, the initial discomfort that accompanied the choice for long-term fulfillment paved the way for extraordinary success, establishing Rachel as a respected author. The urgency to adopt this mindset stems from recognizing that easier routes often bind us to temporary comforts that derail our true potential. The practice of prioritizing long-term gain cultivates resilience and fosters a growth-oriented mindset, building stronger foundations that can withstand setbacks. As you learn to identify and embrace the discomfort associated with long-term commitments, you shift from seeking transient pleasure to engaging in meaningful activities that yield lasting contentment. Moreover, experience substantiates the transformative power of viewing choices through the lens of long-term aspirations. Countless individuals who adhered to the arduous journey toward their goals often report feeling more accomplished and fulfilled, supporting claims that enduring success directly correlates with efforts made in respect to longer-term visions. The rising tide of collective narratives illustrates the overwhelming evidence that arises from perseverance despite fleeting desires. As we prepare to explore strategies for navigating the challenging terrain of commitment versus immediate rewards, remember that you hold the keys to your future. Embracing the power to choose persistently can unveil extraordinary potential, igniting the path toward a life defined by genuine success. Look forward to actionable techniques and insights that honor your capacity for creating meaningful change. Your journey begins with understanding the significance of these decisions, small yet impactful steps that forge pathways to authentic fulfillment. As we delve into the practical steps of prioritizing long-term wins, it's essential to understand that transformation does not happen overnight. Rather, it is the result of consistent effort and intentional choices that build momentum toward lasting success. Let's explore practical exercises and methods you can integrate into your daily life, empowering you to choose what can bring sustained fulfillment over the ease of immediate rewards. Begin by establishing a clear vision of your long-term goals. Visualize where you want to be in 3, 5, or even 10 years. Take out a journal and write down your aspirations, breaking them down into specific, achievable milestones. Imagine the feelings associated with accomplishing those goals. Embrace the excitement of your potential future self. This visualization technique allows you to connect emotionally with your long-term success, providing the motivation needed to resist temptations for immediate gratification. Next, implement the 25-5 rule, a technique designed to prioritize tasks that pertain to your long-term goals. Identify 25 individual tasks that will contribute to your aspirations. Once you've compiled this list, select the 5 tasks that, if completed, will yield the most significant long-term benefits. Channel your energy into these 5 tasks, dedicating sustained focus and time to them. This method encourages clarity in your intentions while keeping you grounded in your journey, reminding you that every small action can lead to meaningful change. Additionally, adopt the practice of weekly reflection. Devote a specific time each week to assess your progress toward your long-term goals. Consider questions such as, what wins did I achieve this week? And what challenges did I encounter? And how can I address them moving forward? By nurturing a weekly routine focused on evaluation and accountability, you motivate yourself to stay aligned with your aspirations while ensuring that small victories are recognized and appreciated. Incorporate mindful accountability in your pursuit of long-term success. Share your goals and intentions with a trusted friend or join a support group of like-minded individuals. This connection not only encourages you to remain committed to your objectives, but also fosters a sense of community as you collectively celebrate your journeys. When you share your activities and goals, you solidify your personal commitment while gaining a valuable support system that amplifies motivation and triumph. As you practice this method, it's crucial to celebrate small wins along the way. An effective way to do this is to establish a success jar. Each time you accomplish a task related to your long-term goals, write down what you achieved on a slip of paper and place it in the jar. Over time, you will have a visual reminder of your accomplishments, reinforcing the idea that every step counts in your journey toward success. As we transition to the next chapter, we will explore how to align your vision with reality. Understanding the relationships between your goals and the practical steps needed to realize them will be invaluable in shaping your future. Before we continue, I urge you to reflect on your current goals and share your thoughts in the comments. It could inspire someone else on their journey. Don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Liberation for insights and strategies that empower your growth. If you found this content valuable, please give it a like. Engaging with this community helps us all grow together as we pave the way toward fulfilling and enriched lives. Remember, each small decision you make today shapes the tapestry of your tomorrow. Let's move forward on this meaningful path together. Chapter 5. Aligning Vision with Reality. When your vision resonates harmoniously with your reality, you tap into a force that can propel you toward your goals with unwavering momentum. It is crucial for growth to not only have a clear picture of your aspirations, but also to ensure that your daily choices and actions align with that vision. This synchronization creates a potent synergy that empowers you to take confident steps forward, turning dreams into achievable milestones. The essence of this alignment nurtures a fertile ground where intentions transform into action, resulting in meaningful, lasting change. The concept of aligning vision with reality is not new. It has deep roots in various psychological frameworks promoting goal achievement. Research from psychology and neuroscience reveals that clarity in vision significantly influences personal motivation and accountability. According to studies conducted by Dr. Gail Matthews, a professor at the Dominican University of California, individuals who write down their goals, share them with friends, and develop actionable steps are statistically more likely to achieve those goals when compared to those who do not. This evidence highlights the importance of crafting a solid vision while establishing realistic pathways toward achieving it, thus legitimizing the notion that intentions must be reflected in everyday actions. A telling example of this alignment can be found in the story of Lisa, a marketing professional who felt she had lost her sense of purpose. Overwhelmed by the demands of her job, she discovered precious little time for her passion for photography. Lisa dreamt of becoming a recognized photographer, yet her reality was cluttered with competing responsibilities that drowned out that dream. One day, Lisa decided to carefully outline her vision for her photography career by breaking it down into tangible components. She envisioned not only taking stunning photographs, but also showcasing her work in local galleries and eventually publishing a book of her photography. Once her vision was crystal clear, Lisa recognized the disconnect between her aspirations and her immediate reality. With newfound determination, she carved out time each week dedicated solely to her photography. She began attending workshops, seeking mentorship, and building a portfolio while still managing her professional responsibilities. Over months of persistent effort, Lisa witnessed an uplifting transformation. Each step forward fueled her confidence, giving her a deeper understanding that her vision was indeed attainable. Within a year, she managed to host her first exhibition, proudly showcasing her work to family, friends, and the community. Lisa's journey exemplifies how aligning one's vision with reality produces remarkable results through commitment and action. Statistics support the impact of intentionality rooted in envisioning clear objectives. According to a survey by the Harris Poll, 74% of people say they desire to achieve their goals, but feel unprepared due to a lack of structured thinking on how to proceed. This sentiment resonates with countless individuals grappling with the disparity between what they want and what they experience daily. The realization that vision alone is not enough emphasizes the need to enact change through tangible steps. Everyone possesses the innate power to bring dreams closer to reality by merging their visions with incorporated actions. The journey of aligning your vision with your current reality is both gratifying and essential for personal evolution. By honing your ability to articulate your aspirations and ensuring they appear in your daily routines and decisions, you amplify your ability to create harmony in your life. When mindsets, visions, and actions converge, you open the pathway to immeasurable growth and success. As we progress beyond this foundational understanding, we will thoroughly examine actionable strategies to deepen that alignment in the upcoming chapters. With this clarity and direction, you will be poised to manifest your desires with mindful efficacy. Embrace the potential this journey offers as you take ownership of your path moving forward. Aligning your vision with reality serves as an essential strategy not only for achieving personal goals, but also for fostering a deeper sense of purpose and authenticity. This method empowers individuals by illuminating the diverse pathways available to them, ultimately forming a robust framework for progress and growth. The potency of this approach lies in its ability to create clear connections between aspirations and day-to-day actions, ensuring that every step taken is intentional and purpose-driven. By fostering an understanding of how your current choices correspond to your broader objectives, you cultivate a mindset that thrives on clarity and determination. One compelling reason this method is effective comes from the principles of cognitive behavioral psychology, which emphasize the relationship between thought patterns, belief systems, and behaviors. Aligning your intentions with your actions facilitates a recalibration of your mindset, allowing you to engage in self-reflection and self-awareness, all key ingredients in effective behavior modification. A study published in the journal Health Psychology illustrated that individuals who develop concrete plans for their goals and regularly assess their progress experience increased motivation and a higher likelihood of achieving desired outcomes. These findings underline just how significant it is to bridge the gap between aspiration and reality. Take the journey of Mark, who represents many individuals grappling with expectations and regrets. A college athlete with dreams of competing at a professional level, Mark faced a sudden injury that abruptly cut short his athletic career. Devastated, he wrestled with feelings of failure and confusion about the path ahead. Struggling to align his vision of success with the stark reality of his situation, Mark initially translated his passions into an array of temporary fixes, spending hours on distractions instead of addressing what truly mattered. However, once he began re-evaluating his vision, he channeled his latent enthusiasm for fitness into personal training and sports coaching. The transformative realization that he could still impact others by sharing his knowledge and passion for sports ignited a vitality which had long been dormant. Deliberately setting a new vision that closely aligned with his authentic self, Mark took immediate actions, enrolling in certification courses and carving out a schedule to gain hands-on experience. His resilience flourished as he gradually built rapport with local athletes, ultimately mentoring aspiring players and guiding them through their own journeys. This spiral of transformation demonstrates that aligning vision with reality doesn't only redirect goals, but also revitalizes passion and purpose, providing a stronger foundation for sustained progress. Through such alignment, struggles become stepping stones rather than obstacles. Scientific research continues to validate the effectiveness of this approach, not only offering reassurance, but also inspiring urgency in adopting these practices. A report by the American Psychological Association concluded that those who maintain clear connections between their vision and their reality report higher levels of life satisfaction, reinforcing the emancipatory effects of intentional planning. By implementing this strategic alignment, individuals like Mark, amidst countless others, evolve into authentic versions of themselves, free from the weight of unmet expectations. Realignment fosters a sense of agency in one's life, which is crucial as you navigate transitions and face the inevitable challenges that arise. As we continue unfolding the techniques and strategies to deepen this alignment throughout the next stages, remember that this journey is inherently yours. Embrace every learning opportunity, and recognize that each step taken is a testament to your commitment. With this understanding, we will soon explore further actionable practices designed to enhance your capacity to live in alignment with your true aspirations. Take a moment to reflect on what shifts may be necessary in your own life, ensuring you're ready to share your insights and ideas as we embark on the next chapter together. Your voice is integral to this journey. Let's encourage one another onward. Now that we've explored the importance of aligning your vision with reality, it's time to dive into the practical steps you can take to implement this method effectively in your life. Building a purposeful path toward your goals can feel daunting at times, but by following these actionable techniques, you can gradually discover clarity and meaning that cultivates success. Start by creating a vision map, a visual representation that encapsulates your long-term goals and dreams. Begin with a blank sheet of paper or a digital canvas, and at the center, write a powerful statement encapsulating what you want to achieve in the long term. Surround it with branches representing specific areas of your life: career, relationships, health, personal growth, and hobbies. Within each branch, note tangible milestones or steps you wish to undertake to drive those goals forward. This ongoing visual reminds you of your aspirations and encourages you to connect daily actions to larger objectives. Next, incorporate the practice of goal alignment journaling into your routine. This exercise consists of 3 simple writing prompts that you can answer weekly. First, ask yourself, what actions did I take this week aligned with my vision? Reflecting on what steps resonated with your goals. Second, ask, what barriers did I encounter and how can I address them? Identifying impediments builds self-awareness and prepares you for challenges that may arise. Finally, ask, what will I focus on next week to further align myself with my vision? This structured reflection keeps you accountable and helps build positive momentum. To further reinforce your commitment, consider the power of accountability partners. Find a friend, family member, or colleague who shares similar aspirations or is interested in personal growth. Regularly schedule check-ins with them to discuss progress, share insights, and brainstorm strategies. Encouragement from someone invested in your journey amplifies motivation and creates a support system that resonates with your goals. Remember, sharing your vision fosters a sense of community and accountability, enhancing your commitment to staying aligned with your intended path. Incorporate the concepts of micro-goals into your routine. Take a close look at your vision map and translate major milestones into smaller, actionable tasks. For example, if your vision includes pursuing a new career, identify specific tasks like researching job listings, updating your resume, or practicing interview skills. Celebrate these micro-goals as small victories that contribute to overall achievement. Each completed task aids in bolstering your confidence and fuels further commitment to pursuing your larger vision. Lastly, remember the importance of flexibility within your alignment journey. Allow room for adjustments as you discover new opportunities and experiences. Life is dynamic, and aligning your vision with your reality means reassessing your goals over time, responding to changes that might present more appealing pathways. Your capacity to adapt and modify your journey is a sign of resilience and strength. As you embrace these exercises and techniques, your vision will not merely remain an abstract concept in the background. Rather, it will take on a life of its own, guiding your decisions and actions every step of the way. With each small win, you affirm the significance of your aspirations and strengthen your resolve in making them a reality. As we prepare for the next chapter, stay vigilant and look forward to exploring the transformative journey of living with authentic success. This upcoming section will delve into the practices and mindsets that cultivate genuine fulfillment, helping you channel your true essence into every facet of your life. Before we begin that next adventure, I'd love for you to reflect on your vision map and share your thoughts in the comments. Your experiences may inspire fellow readers on their unique paths. Be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation and give this content a thumbs up if you find it meaningful. Together, we can navigate this inspiring journey toward our fullest potential. Chapter 6. Living with Authentic Success. Success is not merely an external achievement, it is an internal state of being that radiates authenticity and fulfillment. When you cultivate a life steeped in true success, it is defined by an alignment between your values, aspirations, and actions. Living with authentic success is about delving deeper to ensure that what you achieve resonates with who you are as a person, transforming your accomplishments into joy and meaning. This chapter embarks on the journey towards cultivating that authenticity in all dimensions of your life. The concept of authentic success finds roots in psychological theories emphasizing self-actualization, which was popularized by psychologist Abraham Maslow. According to Maslow, genuine fulfillment occurs when individuals realize their true selves, engaging meaningfully with their life's purpose. Recent research indicates that individuals who pursue success in alignment with their core values tend to experience greater well-being and happiness. A survey conducted by the American Psychological Association found that 72% of participants reported that living in accordance with personal values and beliefs was significantly linked to their overall satisfaction in life. To illustrate the prevalence of this pursuit, consider the story of Hannah, an experienced corporate attorney who once appeared to have it all: prestigious job, financial security, and validation from society. Yet beneath the surface, she grappled with feelings of emptiness and a sense of unfulfillment. Whenever she was swallowed by her corporate responsibilities, Hannah felt disconnected from her passion for environmental advocacy. It wasn't until a life-changing trip volunteering for a nonprofit organization dedicated to sustainability that she unearthed her true desires. That experience compelled her to confront the dissonance between her career and aspirations, leading her to reshape her definition of success. Through deep introspection and exploration, Hannah began to align her career goals with her enduring passion for environmental justice. She committed to pursuing legal work that improved corporate sustainability practices, empowering organizations to embrace environmentally responsible actions. By courageously redefining success in terms of purpose and impact, Hannah sourced authentic fulfillment from the work she loved. Her incredible journey reinforces the idea that authentic success emerges from the confluence of personal values and commitment, allowing individuals to flourish genuinely. Statistics reiterate the notion that following one's passion fosters authentic paths to success. The purpose-driven mindset research conducted by Dr. Patrick Fagan of the University of London revealed that individuals who proactively pursue careers linked to their passions tend to experience a staggering 57% increase in reported happiness levels compared to those who work solely for monetary gain. Furthermore, another study showed that intrinsic motivation leads to better performance outcomes, emphasizing that genuine engagement elevates productivity. However, pursuing authentic success does require deliberate effort, a conscious choice to engage meaningfully with your values and integrate them into your daily actions. Identifying what truly matters to you, whether related to career, relationships, or personal growth, equips you to offer your unique contributions to the world. It serves as a guiding star that illuminates the path toward genuine fulfillment. As you explore what authentic success means in your life, take a moment to reflect on what brings you joy, purpose, and meaning. Recognizing these elements allows you to embrace opportunities that enrich your character and enhance your emotional well-being. Living with authenticity reinforces not only your journey, but also serves as a testimony to others about the power of self-discovery. In the following sections, we will uncover practical strategies and exercises to encourage actively living in alignment with your authentic self. Prepare to embark on a transformative journey where fulfillment and purpose take center stage, enabling you to redefine success on your terms. Your commitment to developing a life rooted in authenticity is truly a remarkable step towards greater well-being. Let's embark on this inspiring adventure together. Embracing a life of authentic success is not only an emotionally fulfilling pursuit, it stands as a method grounded in robust psychological principles that can effectively help you overcome feelings of unfulfillment and disconnection. When you align your actions with your core values and passions, you inherently cultivate a lifestyle that brings purpose, resilience, and satisfaction. Scientific evidence supports this approach, revealing how aligning with authenticity fosters not just individual well-being, but also a deeper connection to others and the world around you. One compelling reason this method is effective is rooted in the psychological concept of intrinsic motivation. Research has shown that when individuals pursue goals that reflect their true selves, they experience higher levels of commitment and perseverance. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that personal value alignment leads to enhanced emotional wellness and sways positive feelings toward goal pursuit. This suggests that when you take steps toward living authentically, you increase your capacity for engagement, productivity, and sustained effort, attributes that naturally support success. To illustrate the transformative power of this alignment, consider the case of Derek, a mid-level corporate manager who grew increasingly disillusioned with his career and the corporate culture surrounding him. Although he held a steady employment position and enjoyed adequate financial rewards, Derek felt drained, experiencing a lack of passion and excitement for what he was doing. The disconnect between his chosen career path and his personal values eventually took a toll, leaving him questioning his decisions and feeling unfulfilled. Determined to regain a sense of purpose, Derek embarked on his journey of self-discovery. Through reflection, he identified that what truly ignited his passion was not profit-driven results, but rather the desire to foster creativity and inspire innovation within others. With this clarity, Derek made the bold decision to change his career trajectory and focused on establishing a consultancy that nurtured creative strategies for small businesses. This shift didn't happen overnight. It required extensive planning, networking, and an openness to vulnerability. He began attending workshops to hone his skills, engaging with other creatives and entrepreneurs willing to fuel his journey. As Derek cultivated a new vision based on sincerest values, everything began to shift. His sense of fulfillment increased, and he became invigorated by challenges rather than overwhelmed. By aligning his career with his intrinsic motivations, not only did he thrive professionally, but he also gained personal satisfaction by staying true to himself. Studies also highlight that individuals who engage in work aligned with their authentic selves report fewer feelings of burnout and emotional distress. According to a meta-analysis published in Occupational Health Psychology Review, employees who felt a personal connection to their work environment and purpose exhibited 44% higher resilience levels in recognizing and overcoming challenging situations. This connection fosters adaptability and grit in the face of obstacles, allowing individuals to navigate their journeys with confidence. Understanding that living authentically requires a courageous shift in mindset can be inspiring. Each step toward realigning with your values and passions fortifies the sense of purpose that defines authentic success. As you begin to reconnect deeply with what matters to you, you will find that the courage cultivated through these changes empowers you to transcend obstacles and thrive. As we move forward, the upcoming sections will explore actionable practices to help you continuously nurture this commitment to authenticity. Together, we will dive into innovative methods for maintaining alignment while deeply engaging with your passions. Your journey to living with authentic success is about honoring your essence and transforming into the person you are always meant to be. Prepare to unveil the potential within as we unlock the tools that empower your evolution. To create a life infused with authentic success, it's paramount to put the principles of alignment into action. This process begins with clear, intentional steps that lead to achieving fulfilling and meaningful outcomes. By undertaking these practical strategies, you'll cultivate a deeper connection between your aspirations and your everyday reality, transforming passion into purpose. First, start with a gratitude and values inventory. Take a moment to jot down at least 5 things you are grateful for. Then list your core values, principles that resonate deeply with who you are. Perhaps it's honesty, creativity, or empathy. Reflecting on these elements forms a foundation for your authentic self, guiding you toward aligning your actions with what you find meaningful. Use this inventory to illuminate the connections between your daily pursuits and the core values you cherish. Next, engage in the vision-action alignment exercise. Visualize your ideal life. Picture clearly what success looks like to you. Use detail about your relationships, career, and personal well-being. Allow images to surface about your surroundings, your state of mind, and the feelings you anticipate in your pursuit of these dreams. Once you have a vivid picture, write it down and keep this vision somewhere within easy reach, like your journal or on a vision board. After documenting your vision, establish actionable steps to bridge the gap between your aspirations and reality. Break each overarching goal into smaller, manageable tasks, setting timelines for their completion. For instance, if your vision involves starting a small business, write down initial steps such as conducting market research or networking with potential mentors. Focusing on clear, measurable actions builds momentum, encouraging small wins that affirm your commitment to authentic success. Include a weekly reflection and adjustment session in your routine. Set aside time each week to review your progress and assess what worked, what didn't, and how your actions align with your vision. This regular practice cultivates self-awareness and empowers you to make necessary adjustments without losing sight of your goals. Emphasizing the value of reflection in your journey will enable you to nurture growth and sustain motivation even in the midst of challenges. Moreover, implement a celebration of progress ritual. Each time you complete a task that brings you closer to your goals, take a moment to celebrate. It could be as simple as treating yourself to a favorite snack, sharing your achievements with a friend, or spending a few minutes doing something you love. Recognizing small victories reinforces positive emotions associated with progress, creating a cycle of dedication and encouragement. As you embark on this journey toward living with authentic success, staying open and adaptable is essential. Plans may need to change, and you may encounter unexpected opportunities or challenges, but this fluidity often paves the way for deepening your authentic experience. Be willing to embrace your evolving self and what that means for your path. Looking forward, we'll explore the concept of building lasting momentum in your achievements in the next chapter. Discovering how to establish resilience and fortitude while maintaining authentic engagement will empower your growth even further. I encourage you to reflect on the tools shared in this chapter and apply them diligently. Feel free to share your insights in the comments. Your experiences can inspire others to explore their authentic journeys. Remember to subscribe to Mindset Liberation and give this content a like if you find value in the steps we're taking together. Let's continue nurturing our paths toward genuine fulfillment. In conclusion, blind to reality, how ignoring truth sabotages your success, has taken you on a transformative journey through the complexities of self-awareness, authenticity, and the importance of aligning your vision with reality. By confronting uncomfortable truths and escaping the illusion of comfort, you've learned to reclaim your power through awareness and prioritize long-term fulfillment over immediate gratification. Each chapter equipped you with practical exercises and mind shifts, encouraging you to embrace discomfort, navigate your emotional landscape, and cultivate a life reflective of your true values and aspirations. Armed with these insights and tools, you are poised to redefine success on your terms and pursue a life marked by genuine fulfillment. Thank you for dedicating your time to explore this material. Your engagement in this journey is crucial for personal growth and transformation as you take actionable steps towards your own authentic success. If you found value in this content, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring insights. Together, we can continue to cultivate a community driven by empowerment and self-discovery. Your journey toward truth and success has just begun, and I look forward to supporting you every step of the way.